I'm gonna be streaming on twitch.tv/Balboabtw underscore. So if you guys want to see me play some games or even type soul, you guys can join that. That's gonna be inside the description down below, as well as my Discord, because I am gonna start the giveaways up again for essences, you know, true hots, just basically a bunch of crazy items. And if you guys end up enjoying the video, like and subscribe. But yeah, let's get right into it. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Balboa, and in this video I'll be comparing the 3 races inside type soul, because it's actually a pretty big discussion inside the community right now. So basically I'll be giving my own opinions. You guys can feel free to have your own opinions inside the comments down below. I also do want to say the giveaways are going to start soon inside my Discord. If you guys want to join, all that you have to do is be subscribed to enter. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. All right, so this is obviously going to be all my own opinion, but starting it off with essences, we're going to be talking about exclusive essences. Obviously, I'm not going to be talking about like Unseen Blade, which every race gets. So for exclusive essences, in my opinion, I think Soul Reapers have the worst ones, and then Arontars are kind of the middle ground, and then Quincy's have the best ones. Now, Quincy's obviously have the best ones because True Blood is insane, and then their Kido move is also insane. Now, those two are just really good. Now, Arontars do have the partial essence, which is pretty decent, but at the same time Soul Reapers have 3 moves anyways, so it's not like the most insane essence, but it is still a good one because it does give them an extra move, which is good. And then obviously Ball of Fireworks is good as well, and then Soul Reapers are going to be last because their exclusive essence is probably the worst essence inside the game. What it does basically is your Bontai has no cooldown, but it takes 5x the damage to actually get the Bontai. So it's gonna take 30 minutes anyways for you to get 5x the damage. So yeah, it's just not good. And then obviously Ran Raito is good, but once again, that's just a Kido move one. I'm not really counting those here. So yeah, I would say Soul Reapers probably have the worst ones, and then Arontars, and then Quincy's have the best. Now, for actual Kido, because Kido's really the only one that we have to compare here for the skill trees, like Hakeda, it's still the same general moveset. That's more in the weapons category, which we will compare later. But for Kido, because that's the only skill tree that really matters, I would personally say that Soul Reapers and Quincy's Kido is about tied right now, and then Arontars have the worst Kido in the game. That's just my opinion. It's just kind of what I see the most. I play ranked, and I run into Quincy Kido and Soul Reaper Kido around the same amount, and Arontar Kido, I'm not gonna lie, I barely run into it. Now that is in like the mid range. It's not really like that high of a rank, because obviously I just started playing ranked then. So, you know, that could just be me. Maybe in the high ranks, more people are Quincy Kido. I believe the #1 ranked person right now is Quincy Kido. And you know, the lower on people are ranked with SR Kido. And I don't really think anyone is using Arontar Kido. So my personal opinion, I'm gonna say it goes like Q Kido, SR Kido, and then Arontar Kido. But Q Kido and SR basically tied. And then for their visor variant things, just basically their true mode variant. Now, in my opinion, Soul Reapers have it the worst, but also the best. Like, theirs is very weird because they don't actually have variants. They have like plus speed, plus damage, and things like that. Basically, theirs is just a worse boost variant for Quincy's. Quincy's boost variant is really good. Now, I don't know if they've gotten another variant since I quit playing the game, but I would say boost variant is probably going to be the best variant, and it's basically just a better visored mask. So in my opinion, visored is probably the worst one, and then it goes boost variant, and then it goes the new proficiency variant for Arontars. I would say Arontars probably have the best variants in general, with, you know, just everything that they have is really good other than like dodge variant. So yeah, in my personal opinion, I do believe true mode's the best one is going to be going to Arontars. So essences so far, I would say the best one is Quincy's. For the best Kido, I would say it's Quincy or Soul Reaper. And then for the best true mode, I would probably say that it is going to be going to Arontars. Now, for weapons. Now, weapons is a pretty crazy one, I'm not gonna lie. I would say overall, the best weapons probably do go to Quincy's at the current moment, and then Soul Reapers, and then Arontars. Now, the reason why I say this, it's because Quincy's, they have the new Quincy Yamato Kido themed, which is brain dead. Theirs is by far the best variant. And then they have their Yamato, which I would believe to be the second best variant, the Speed Yamato. So they have like the best Kido Yamato, they have the second best Speed Yamato, And then they have their new daggers weapon, which is like the best normal weapon inside the game. I would say by far Twinsies have the best weapons right now. And then it would probably go Soul Reapers just because their Speed Yamato is the best one. And then their Kido one is the second best one. And then for normal weapons, they have Odachi, which is pretty good. They have Longsword, they have Katana. Like, they still have very strong weapons. And then for Oronkars, I don't even know what weapons they have. I'm not gonna lie. Both of their Yamatos are like all right. They're usable, but they're by far the worst variant. And then their normal weapons, like there's Ukawara sword, which they just buffed, I guess. And like I don't even really know. The anchor isn't that good. Yeah. Oronkars are kind of losing here so far. I just don't know. Their normal weapons aren't that good. And their Yamatos are still the worst variant, so it's kind of just like GG, kind of. I guess we'll compare Shikai's, Rez's, and Drift's as well. I would say the best one for all of them, I would say Twinsies. Like, if we're talking Volt standings included, Twinsies have the best mode, which is going to be the Miracle one, because you get 3 lives. And then I would say it's probably going to be Soul Reapers, with literally any of their mythicals, and then it would probably go to Oronkars. Although Oronkars could be considered the best right now as well, because they do have Segundas. If we're considering those as well, then, you know, Oronkars probably do have the best modes inside the game because their Segundas are better. But at the same time, once when like True Bankai and the one for Twinsies are added to the game, Segundas won't be considered that crazy. I know they do plan on buffing them, but I would say they're still not going to be considered as crazy, just because what we've seen from True Bankai so far. So for best mode, it is very confusing. If we're considering Segundas, then I would say Segundas are by far better. If not, then I would say Miracle Volt is probably the best thing in the game right now. Even Miracle Volt against a Segunda is like, it's still very possible to lose against a Miracle Volt standing user with Segunda, just because how many lives they actually get. Same with like Death Dealing, because Death Dealing is very, very strong. I would say normal mode. So if we're talking full res, Bankai, and Volt standing, that's it. If we're not talking Segundas, then I would say the best modes probably do go to Twinsies, and then probably Soul Reapers, and then Oronkars. Now, if we're talking Segunda included, then obviously Oronkars are at the top. But I do believe once when they add True Bankais and the thing for Twinsies, then Oronkars will be considered the worst again. So yeah, Oronkars kind of just, I mean, in my opinion, they're the worst one right now. I do know proficiency is pretty crazy. And keep in mind, this is just talking about them on paper. Like, actually using the race in-game and talking about the things that they have on paper, it's two different things. Because Oronkars are still very strong. Some of the top players in the game are still Oronkars. But I would say on paper, Soul Reapers and Twinsies are genuinely better than Oronkars as a whole. But I don't know. You guys can feel free to have your own thoughts inside the comments. I would say like best weapons definitely go to Twinsies. Best essences definitely goes to Twinsies. A lot of the stuff goes to Twinsies. The only thing the Oronkars really have is the best mode, and the best visored mode thing. But yeah, if you guys ended up enjoying the video, like and subscribe. If I missed anything, ask me inside the comments and I'll give my own thoughts and opinions. But I do believe, in my current opinion, it probably does go Twinsies and Soul Reapers are kind of tight-ish. And then it probably goes Oronkars. That's just my opinion, though. You guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts inside the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace.